when we look at all the indicators that we're concerned about, be it crime in one place or educational outcomes, we can often point back to poverty. And we can, you show me the level of poverty in a town or an area, and I'll show you their health outcomes, their education outcomes, and their lifelong earnings. And so that's critical, especially in the context of an area where we've lost 78% of our manufacturing jobs since 1970, and we know the implication is that they're replaced by retail and hospitality, and they're often at minimum wage. And guess what? Living a minimum wage is actually a poverty wage. Literally, it's at around 19,000, and the federal poverty line is 24 for a family of 4. And so what I want to really emphasize is, one, we need to raise the minimum wage. I'm for raising the minimum wage. I'm for the $15 minimum wage.
Do you support an immediate across-the-board $15 minimum wage?
Yes.
Rinaldo?
Yes.
Christy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That was great.
When you talked about the two Berkshires, what I really see is a very shrinking middle class and an expanding poor. And one of the most important tools is the $15 minimum wage. At our last debate, and by the way, I've always campaigned on wealth inequality. Go to my website, look at my tax plan, and the big part of it is the $15 minimum wage. I asked my two opponents at the last debate, prior to the June 21st Becket Forum, how many times did you say you supported the $15 minimum wage? Adam said he couldn't remember, and Andrea said, well, I think she said it very proudly. She responded to a question in a radio show, WTBR with John Cole. There were a few forums, and there was one in front of a labor council, there was one in Becket, and Adam said he supported a $15 across-the-board minimum wage. So this past Sunday at the legislative, we had a legislative luncheon with some farmers, and it was down in Sheffield, it was in South County, and one of the farmers didn't really like the $15 minimum wage. Yeah. And what ended up happening is, all of a sudden, Adam's answer shifted from being across the board $15 minimum wage. He shifted to all types of exceptions. And frankly, I tried to stop and said, Adam, what exceptions are there? Because this is new news to me. And he gave a very muddled answer. In fact, I got to blame my campaign manager. He didn't get it on tape, but we were trying to tape it. But I have a problem when you run for office on something so fundamental as the $15 minimum wage. So 2 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry. I will stop talking. Thank you.
I hope you have a chance to do more
Since
of that later.
we did not do a rebuttal on one of the questions, I'm going to do two quick questions to make up for this. First question is, who is in favor of a across-the-board $15 minimum wage? Raise your hand.
Yes, but there's a lot of exceptions.
Well, it's a yes or no. I mean, you can say eventual, you can say in 5 years, but who is for it? 2 people. Okay.
Eventually.